My guy, what's up, bro?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Well, you tell me, man. I mean, you just dropped on the world not only a freaking bop, not only a video where you're out here stunting in this white suit, but also the pre-sale for the album, too? Come on, son. Did you have to do all that for us?
Yes, I did. He's back.
Yo, dude, congratulations, man. How does it feel to have these stories that I know you and I, we talked about this a couple of different times, man. You've been working on for a couple of years, with this new single, but with these new stories, like on the cusp of being here for the world to get a hold of. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm delighted. No Judgement was speaking of No Judgement first. That was the first song that I wrote for the record.
No way.
It was a riff that I had forever, and I just never really got down to writing the song around that riff, and then just sat down, had a concept in my head, and just went for it. And then I wrote that song probably October, November 2018, so it's about time.
So, but was it one of those songs that you had that riff, but once you really sat down and focused on it, that it just, the words spilled out, the story just developed on its own? Was it one of those kind of, stories?
Yeah, I write a lot of stories down, so just by reading the story, just singing lines from what I'd written down, I was able to construct some sentences, and yeah, the story kind of just flowed, and it became like kind of a double meaning, like a personal story to me, and then also just the fact that we all kind of tend to judge each other, and we should probably stop doing that.
Yeah, no, bro. You know what? And the thing is that you hit the nail on the head with that right there. It's music that we need more than just music that we can vibe to, but we can get them both. And it's really the meaning behind this record is, listen, it's okay for you to just be your freaking self. And then you put the composition behind it, man. How did this musical arrangement come to you? Because this is, I'm to full disclosure, we're recording like this so I can cuss. It's fucking beautiful, man.
No, I just I had the riff, and when you listen to the riff on its own without that groove, it's kind of like a John Mayer-ish type vibe. If you just listen to it, and the way I wrote the song, and there's, and I have an acoustic version of it that basically reflects how I wrote the song. But if you listen to it like that without the groove, it is like a John Mayer continuum type vibe, and then you stick the groove in there, and it kind of makes you want to dance a little bit more. So it all kind of happened really naturally. Julian, who I wrote it with, Julian Bonetta, his first instrument is drums, so he just sits down and plays along to what I'm playing, and that's what we came up with.
Oh, bro. Okay, so now we've got this. We've got Nice to Meet You. We got some really amazing songs, but you're dangling the carrot a little bit and giving us the pre-order for. We can talk about the album title. Heartbreak Weather was one of the Easter eggs in the video. If you paid attention, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was there. How do these collections of mini stories kind of all come together so seamlessly in this album that we get to get here pretty soon?
Yeah, well, Heartbreak Weather was the first thing that I ever wrote down.
Wow.
When I started, how do I write a breakup album that doesn't sound sobby throughout and really selfish and stuff? So I wrote down the phrase Heartbreak Weather. I don't know where it came from. And I just started thinking I can write songs here from all the different angles of a breakup, not from my side, the happy side, the egotistical side, like Nice to Meet You or stuff like that, and then there's the sad ones and the No Judgement type vibes and things like that, and I was trying to think of how I could do that. So Heartbreak Weather kind of summed the album up for me, and when you see the track listing and hear the album from start to finish, it kind of tells a story from start of a relationship, middle of a relationship, and out the back end of it. And that's where Heartbreak Weather came from. And I've just, as you know, as I said, I started writing this in October, November 2018, so I'm ready to roll.
Dude, now let me ask you, Heartbreak Weather it doesn't have to just be gloomy. Are there those type of vibes where it can be sunny at times? It can be a true, proper storm. What do you think of in your mind when you do think of Heartbreak Weather? Do you really just think about the sad times, or just those moments where everything seems to be going so bright and cheery, but inside they might be a little bit darker than most people think?
Literally what you've just said, that's what I wanted to do. I think that the weather part of it was all the different types of weather reflect a different song. Where Put a Little Love on Me might be like a stormy, rainy day, and then No Judgments when you're bopping around and you're feeling a bit happier about yourself and blah 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 blah. So
I'm gonna save you from getting into trouble. You can just say track number 9, because I know you're not gonna give me the song title. That reflects a different type of weather. But track number 9 reflects something else, right?
Well, right, the track number 14 is a sad one and it's a bit gloomy, whereas track number 2 is the sunniest, and yeah,
dude, right
like
on. I'm so excited, not only just because one of my best mates has, I can feel the smile through the phone here. I know how hard you worked and how passionate you are with each lyric, with each strum of the guitar, with the arrangement, man. To have this be something that you have finally finished. How excited are you about 2020 for the world to see this new, this grown up? I mean, every year you seem to knock another, there's another thing off the list, man. How excited are you for this year for the fans to get to know this other side of Niall?
Yeah, I'm excited because what this album does is gives a little bit more tempo to what I already have from Flickr.
Okay.
And I can stick 2 albums together now. One's quite sad and the other one's sad but happy at the same time, and we can put a good show on together and really make this tour, the Nice to Meet You tour, a big spectacle and something that people will enjoy, because I'm going to be putting 1,000,000,000% in every night to make sure that.
We should have our own show, because, I mean, you just took the natural segue and led it right into the tour on the road with your best friends. You're hanging out with Lewis, hanging out with Fletcher. How is that coming for you, the preparation? I mean, I know we talked before, right around the Jingle Ball time, that you guys didn't really get the chance to see each other until the Jingle Ball run, but now that you're starting to really inch closer towards these dates, is it shaping up the way that you're hoping it would?
Yeah, of course. They're obviously sticking their sets together and whatever they're doing on the side. I think Lewis is doing his own arenas in the UK right now. Yeah. But they're doing their thing, and then on my end, I've been designing the show since I started designing the show at the MTV EMAs back in October or November, whenever it was. So I've been, when it comes to that program that you get when you go to a show, I want set designer in it.
Yeah,
I want my name besides set designer.
Yeah,
because I've been all over it. And I was chatting to my MD, my musical director today, Jake, who plays guitar in the band, and we've been talking about how we're going to do each song and the set list, and it's just so exciting. I love this stuff. This is what I live for: getting up on stage every night and putting on a show and rocking out. And
I'll tell you what the fans are hyped for. If you're talking about that, it started to begin around the time of the EMAs. All the fans want is that little wink into the camera, bro. Walk to the end of the catwalk. And give us that, dude. That's all we need.
All right, you got it.
Sick. I want to talk about something that's really, really amazing that we just recently saw between you and one of your brothers, man. The fact that and this question always comes up, and I know you and I, we tap dance around it a bit, and I try to be the best mate when we talk about these things, is the camaraderie that still goes down between you and your guys, man. The fact that you took to Twitter and showed your love for what Louis has with his new album, man. How special is it for you guys to really still maintain that awesome friendship amongst you and your 1D brothers?
Yeah, of course. We're friends, and that's just it, and we always will be. And I know that Louis had been through some stuff and things like that, and he'd also struggled to kind of find his sound for a long time.
Yeah.
And speaking to him on a regular basis about it, I know how much it means to him to get it finished, and to have to turn what was a horrible couple of years for him, to turn it into some great songs, and what is this really, really solid album, and it's going to do great things. So yeah, of course, yeah. If he's if I can offer him a couple of hundred sales here or there with a tweet, I'm going to try and do my best,
Yeah, dude, and I know it's it's vice versa, because it's all about you wanting to make sure that his voice is heard by as many people as possible, and he would do the same thing. So for anybody who doesn't really fully understand the selflessness that happens amongst you guys, man, and has always been there, and plus, damn it, there's nobody on earth who has gone through what you guys collectively have gone through. So I mean, that bond is forever going to be there.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, I mean, only us. Only we know what goes on and what went on and how we felt in the situation, because we were the ones doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll always have that.
I can't tell you, man, how stoked I am for. I mean, again, man, no judgment. You gave us like a snippet on Instagram, and I was pissed at you, dude, because I was like, the world needs this song. I was upset, and then I got my interns who are stalking Instagram, and they're like, oh my god, did you see Niall in his white suit? And I'm just like, oh my god, like. The fact that you're doing it on your own terms, the fact that you're giving us who you are, and it puts the biggest smile on all of our faces across the globe, dude. It means nothing more to me to say, than to say, dude, this is really cool that this is my guy that's doing what he loves and in his shows, man. So continue that up, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, hopefully, yeah. And the music video for this song is like one of my favorite videos I've ever been involved in. It was, an idea of mine from the start, and then I collaborated with a great director, Drew Kirsch, and a VMA winner with Taylor Swift, etc. Great guy, only a young dude as well, and we really went for it and had a bit of fun with the video, and I think it's really funny, and it really sums up the No Judgement thing for me.
I'm digging it, man. Before I get you out of here, I just want to talk, just friend talk, man. How the holidays treat you, dude? I mean, how comfortable are you now? How relieved are you to be through with the holidays because you don't have to buy people presents anymore? Like, how have you been since the last time we were? And by the way, no judgment, you're still my guy, but you suck at wrapping holiday gifts. We went there.
You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. I seen your dodgy job you did.
Yeah, you're better than me, but seriously, like, how's it feel, man, to be in this new year, man? I mean, how you feeling, dude? Where's the heart at?
Yeah, no, I was just excited. I just wanted to get over the hurdle because it got me closer to the album. Because I see people on the tour as well. Like, I see people online every day going, "Come on, give us an album, give us some artwork, give us the tour dates, blah 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 blah." And I can't do anything about it. I have to sit there in silence because the record label put the date in place and the marketing plan, and the agent puts the tour dates together and stuff like that. And I just have to sit there and wait like everyone else. So. It was just like holidays were fun. Did a lot of drinking.
Right on, dude.
Hey,
we saw some. Where was that? Was after the Grammys, girls? Yeah, we saw you guys You were turned up, yeah, man. Like,
we were fairly drunk, to be fair, and we had a good time. I'm delighted for Sean, though. I was just like trying to get Sean drunk because he's just spent the last year in the gym and on stage, and he never really got to have like a proper post-tour blowout.
Yo, he just wanted to put some calories on my guy. I'm not mad at that. And I'll be honest, I was at SM21. I was in Brooklyn at his birthday party. A drunk Sean is a fun Sean. I'm not even, the dude is...
Oh, yeah, he's a great time. He's a great laugh.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait till the next time that we can all get together and hang and toss back a proper pint or two or seven, whatever. You know what I mean? Collectively, I know we'll have a fun night out. And it's again, man, I mean, I'm going to let you go with this, man. It's just so great to hear my guy, hear one of my buds who I can genuinely call a dear friend of mine we're going on like 10 years now, dog. To continue, you continue to grow, you continue to thrive, you continue to succeed, and you continue to jump over all these hurdles, man, so flawlessly. Heartbreak Weather, I thank you for giving us the pre-order. Already gonna, make sure that I have a couple in my inbox. No Judgment is a certified bop, and it's from one of my favorite people on earth. So thank you, dog. Seriously.
No, thanks for the support, man. And make sure you are in Brooklyn, by the way.
Okay.
The Barclays Center.
Well, where are we at? It's like what, April? End of April. I think like the 29th is the date. So all right.
Yes, something like that. So make sure, and if you're listening, get a ticket because we're going to have a good time in the Barclays Center.
You guys hear that? We're going to do it late. I got my interns, and you guys okay with that? Yeah. All right, yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, these girls, listen, this is the personification of heart eye emojis, dude. Like, I'm looking at 2 heart eye emoji girls right now. Dog, love you to bits, man. Tell the crew I said what up. Tell Marco I said what's cracking, dude, man, and we'll catch you in a few months, all right?
Will do, buddy. See you soon.